How to make a good shoe even better. This is everything New Balance had to answer when creating this shoe, the New Balance 1080 V14. Let's review it. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video, we have the review of the New Balance 1080 V14. The 1080 is that premium daily trainer from New Balance. It's their kind of, do-it-all shoe with a premium feel to it. There's the 880, the little sister, that is a bit less premium, if you will. Still a very good shoe, very reliable, but this one has all the comfort, the cushion, the plushness. And this is an interesting case because the predecessor, the 1080 V13, this one right here, was an excellent shoe. Can you make an excellent shoe even better? This is probably a very hard mission, and I don't want to spoil you, but I think New Balance, to a certain extent, managed to do it in some areas of the shoe, and for some people, maybe less so for others. Let's try to give you more details about it. If you want a comparison video between the two, there will be one on the channel dropping later on this week or early next week, so stay tuned for that if you really want to know the key differences. For now, let's review the 1080 V14. This shoe was sent to us by New Balance, but they don't have any right to preview this video, and it's transparent and unbiased as always for our reviews. Let's look at the specs of this shoe. 38mm of stack height in the heel, 6mm drop for a 32mm in the forefoot, 300 grams for a sample size men's US 9.5 for New Balance, 318 for my size US 11, $165, 190 euros, releasing October 10th. So in 2-3 weeks from now. Very excited to see this shoe hitting the market because I think it will please some people, and I will try to explain you why in a few words. The upper of this shoe has been revisited. It's a new upper, a new engineered mesh. I think it looks super nice in this specific colorway. There's some other colorways available as well. This one in particular looks really, really nice, but looks and designs are very subjective. However, the upper is indeed more breathable. That was one of the, fundamental areas of improvement that New Balance wanted to do better on, and I think they succeeded at it. There's probably still, a bit of extra plushness that could be removed in the tongue, but let's not forget that this is a daily trainer that is supposed to be plush, comfortable, and cushioned, even with that upper feel that is supposed to feel premium. And I think New Balance is kind of getting the perfect balance, no pun intended, with this upper. I do enjoy it. I do really enjoy it. Let's be a bit more specific. The fit is still true to size. I feel like this is a shoe that runs a bit short, like some of New Balance shoes, but I would recommend you to go true to size nevertheless. The tongue is semi-gusseted and you get a really, really good lockdown here in the midfoot. The heel also has been revised. It is quite plush, especially at the bottom of it, a bit more pliable at the top. The insole is removable, and I really do like that heel color. It feels like it has a nice texture to it. And yeah, the comfort is really, really good in this heel. The tongue is nicely padded. There is no lacing pressure. The laces are the right length. Good upper New Balance. I feel like it's hard to do any better than this on a premium daily trainer. Good update. I feel like the breathability was an issue for some people on the predecessor, on the V13. So overall, good upper updates in this shoe. But that's not only it. It's not just an upper update with this shoe. The midsole has also been changed. There's new geometry with this midsole. It has been redesigned slightly to make it a bit less bottoming out. I think for some people, the new Fresh Foam X midsole on the previous New Balance 1080 V13 was maybe a bit too soft, and some people were experiencing a bit too much of that bottoming out sensation, especially in the forefoot. New Balance has done their homework, and I feel like this is the same very soft, very spongy, very marshmallow type of midsole that you really enjoy on a daily basis. It has a bit of energy return to it. It has a bit of kick to it. It's a bit spicy. It's not dull. It's not dead. And it's really one of the best midsole compounds you can find for a daily trainer. So the taste is still the same. However, you have less of that bottoming out issue and less of that extreme softness and extreme plushness. I kind of like the predecessor. I really like the predecessor, to be honest. But I feel like if, like me, you prefer something that feels a bit more encapsulated in terms of midsole, a bit denser, then this is the, bringing it a notch closer to perfection based on my standards and my preferences. For people who like something a bit more like the Rebel, a bit more like some much softer shoes on the other side of the spectrum, then this is not going in the right direction. And you should probably, try and find another pair of V13 while it's still available on the market, because this, again, has a touch more of a denser feel to it. And that's not just due to the midsole change, that's also due to the changes in the outsole of the shoe. there is a much larger coverage in terms of surface, but also a thicker rubber coverage applied to the shoe for two reasons. The first one is durability concerns that was a legitimate concern with the predecessor, the 1080 V13. I think this shoe will show less wear. It will still show some wear, but less wear on key areas in the outsole, which is a good thing, making it more durable from that perspective, because I saw some outsole patterns, some outsole wear on the 1080 V13, and yes, it was wearing out quite rapidly for some people, especially those heel striking and kind of rubbing their heel against the ground. It was really worn out in these key areas here. It was also the case for me, and I'm not wearing out my shoes too much. So if, you know, like some other people, you tend to rub your heel against the ground, the 1080 V13 had some issues with durability. This is going to be improved here. The other good thing with this new kind of coverage is that it's thicker and it encapsulates the midsole even better, making it, again, a bit more together in a sense. It's less going in all directions, it's less wild, it's a bit more serious, it's a bit more condensed. You also have the feeling of having something a bit more stable under your foot, and that's again because the rubber compound that you have on the outsole is a bit harder, and it, again, encapsulates, I think that's the best word for it, the midsole in a nice fashion on this shoe. The price point remains the same as the 1080 V13, which is a good thing. The weight has gone up a bit. This is 13 extra grams for the sample size US 9.5. A bit more in my size. My 1080 V13 was 295 grams. This is 318, so 23 grams of difference between the two. It's not a big deal. It's a daily trainer, and I like the trade-off. I like what's happening with this shoe, the extra rubber, and I don't mind adding a bit of weight for that matter to this shoe. So good upgrade for me because of my preferences. If you prefer something a bit softer and a bit more wild, then V13 was probably indeed a better pick for you. Anyways, I think, you know, we're kind of also splitting hairs. It's a great shoe and will be a great shoe for many people. I don't think, you know, people who will try this shoe for the first time without knowing the predecessors, they will probably just be very happy with it. We will compare this shoe against the 1080 V13 in a dedicated video, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and let's link to the review of the New Balance Pacer V2. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits, and I will see you in the next one.